And we are go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo. Hey guys, welcome back to PepTalks Podcast. This is your host Pep. Very glad to be back. This is episode 14. I'm very excited to do this. It feels like it's been a while. I really enjoyed the way you guys reacted to the last episode with Byron. He enjoyed it so much. We're hoping to do another one soon. I think that's a good sign. People normally aren't too enthusiastic about the idea when they have to be on camera, but once I feel like the conversation gets rolling, they really let loose and then just start becoming who they really are, And I'm glad they feel like it's a safe space for them to do so. So definitely a good time, and I hope to see another one. Saludos, compa Navi, on the move, man. Always doing something, man. He's always working up to something. That guy he got energy. But yeah, guys, I know it feels like it's been a little bit of a little hiatus. I actually had a different time. No, I had like a different how could you call it? Series of events. Just however my last week went. It started off as a week. We were expected to, start on a job, and it got moved back a little bit. So I found myself with some time, and yeah, decided to go tag along with the boys from RYE. We we were able to be in Vegas for a little bit. They got there before me. Telling you guys that this was last minute. Was able to head out on. I think I bought my tickets Monday, and then headed out on Wednesday. So something crazy. Just planned it out. Kind of just managed to work around the schedule, and we got it done. Life works in its mysterious ways, and I'm here for it. It's really been a good amount of time that I keep having things pop up, and I'm able to explore more of what I want to do, and I think that's something that's very important. I'm very excited to be. I'm blessed that I'm able to have the capacity to do that. Whether it's in effort or just ability. I think that's something I'm very grateful for. Again, being grateful. Got my book. We're here and we're ready to go. Pep Talks Podcast, episode 14. Thank you for coming. So yeah, just catching up on that. I think that was something that was really cool for me. I was able to get out of a little routine, get out of anything I've been going through right now here at home. I feel like everybody needs that sometimes. They just need a little bit of a pause or rewind, something to cleanse the palate a little bit. So it was very useful. I feel like I was very blessed to be present there, be a part of it. It's a lot of stuff that you guys will see in the upcoming future. Not for me to give out, but I'm very excited to see what the future is for RYE for the boys. They've been doing great these past couple months. And yeah, I feel like they've stuck with it for whatever it needed to be, and I feel like that's a tough decision that one has to make when they have to really focus on what their dreams are, and if that's something that they want to pursue. It's a lot of determination, a lot of sacrifice, and I see it, through them, whether it's spending time with family, being able to live like uh, kind of like a safe life with work, with what is considered the norm of doing well. So you gotta, you sacrifice a lot of comfort, and I think that's something good to. It's something good for somebody to try and once in their life. I think so. Just so you know that you try to push your best, and I feel like that's great for them. I always told them it was a matter of time. The skill was there, the talent was there. I'm very happy for them. So hope that we were able to speak about it soon. Hopefully, one of the guys comes on and we're able to give you guys a more detailed way of what's happening right now with that project. But just know their moves. We're moving. They're actually getting back from a trip right now. When this comes out, they probably have already posted about it. And yeah, very excited. Very excited for what's to come. And I think that was something else I wanted to kind of just talk about going over there. And I actually landed in Vegas, spent a night there, and was able to catch a little bit of the last of the meeting that we were at in Vegas. And then we headed out Thursday morning into the desert. I've never really, I didn't really think about it until we were driving, and I got the first shift, and that's when I was kind of like, wow, I'm about to drive through the desert. I know it's a normal drive for a lot of people that live on that side. I know my uncles, when they go to Vegas, they always just tell me, oh, yeah, we just started going to Vegas. Or we're going to Vegas for the weekend or for the night. And I honestly was very, very amazed of the sights there. I enjoyed being able to, it was kind of in the morning, so everything was starting to wake up. The sun is climbing over the mountains and stuff. And yeah, it's just cool. It's crazy how small everything now seems back here. Like, it gives you a different perspective of what's out there. But that was something very interesting driving through there. You could definitely see how somebody could, get lost out there. And that's not something that I want to experience, but something that ran through my mind. You got to keep it in the back of the head. I don't know what that meant, but you know what I mean. And then I guess as we're going through the list, guys. You gotta have this so you can remember what the hell you were gonna talk about. Sometimes I lose my train of thought. Oh, so yeah, once we arrived in LA, we were able to kind of see where we are gonna settle for the day and what the plans were gonna be. We were able to stop for some entertainment, something to pass the time with. So we were able to stop that at that store and get whatever we needed to continue our trip. Now we're in LA. We're able to shoot some content. Some of those videos will be coming out soon. We got to shoot some photos for the guys. Just all day, just trying to capture whatever we can, like kind of like a vlog, or just trying to see what we could capture. And once we figured all of that out, we passed the day a little bit more. We were able to go to another meeting, which was very. It like again gives you perspective of what's out there, where how far things seem and how close things could be. So it was very, very eye opening, and I was very blessed to be there. And again, it's just a lot of good things happening for these guys. So very excited. Now the rest of the night was up to our own. We were able to eat tacos. We ate a lot of tacos on this trip. As a son of a taquero, I enjoy even trying like other tacos as anyone would. I don't get tired of eating my parents because they're very, very good. The best, in my opinion. And it's not just to say that. I feel like it's all, proof is in the pudding. And we've been making that one for a good amount of years. I think my dad officially started in 2006. So, we've been going strong. We've been keeping up that side of the business, side of the family. So there's nothing really to say any else than that. But tacos are pretty good. Different price ranges. That's kind of threw us off a little bit. But I enjoyed seeing how other people, throw their different style and the salsas and the way that they set up. Their setups are sick out there. Definitely gonna take a little bit of inspiration from their establishments, just because it gives you that like clandestine feel, and it lets you feel like, okay, maybe I'm back home if I close my eyes enough, and if I don't, you know, you just are able to see different things, and I like being on that side of the town when you're able to kind of feel like you're back home. Um, and yeah, I enjoyed that part of it. Now the next morning we were able to attend to some other events, move around a little bit, but because the guys had to catch a flight, I actually was gonna stick around one more day just because that's how my flight. Since I bought it last minute, that's the only way that I could get one, and that was flying out of LA. So luckily, I was able to go see my uncle in Bernardino, and I enjoy going to San Bernardino a lot. I've been there a couple years now. Um, I really what I like about it is that they don't switch it up too much. They keep the old school feel. A lot like the car washes are still like bright blue, bright pink. The restaurants still have like the same color scheme as they did. It's like keeping back. Oh, hold on there. But yeah, keeping like the old school yellow Wendy's look. I feel like that's what they do with a lot of their establishments here. Like we went to this one that my uncle said he's been there for 20 years, and that was already like an old establishment, and he still goes to it, and it gets full. And that was like, well, it was on a Saturday morning, but hey, Saturday morning, man, you're either working or you're regretting Friday night. So it was packed for that reason. And I that's one thing that I enjoy. The other thing is surrounded by the mountains. I'm always just amazed that people just drive through these mountains. they're massive, and you're just kind of like something has to be around here, something has to be in them, but they don't ask those questions, man, because they're always moving, they're moving. It's expensive to live in California, and I'm learning that more and more. Obviously, the media and whatever we learn from people and talk about their taxes, that's what we get to see. But seeing that firsthand, gas was $4.69. Brother, I came back and I paid $2.52. Wow, man, forever I love Atlanta, man. That's crazy. And even sometimes, like, you go into the city and it's like $3 and some change, and that was still low over there. Like $3.99 was the cheapest I saw. So you know they need some blessings up over there. That's too much. That's too much for gas. That's more than obviously that's more than milk now, but that's ridiculous. For 1 gallon, I'm staying inside. Can't pay me to go out. So yeah, Bernardino was super fun. Even though it was just for one day, was able to see family. We got to go to a brewery. I did not partake into the activities. Was just there for moral support, and I enjoyed every part of it. Getting to meet new people, getting to see what the nightlife is in a different spot. I think is something cool too to take into consideration. What does it look like? Coast to coast. What's the difference? So that'd be something cool to think about. And the next time I or you go into trips, go check out the nightlife, go see what's it like. Try to get out of Atlanta. It's beautiful, but you can go out and still see other parts of the world. Unprofessional. Come on, guys. Whose phone is that? That's my phone. Back to the usual programming. So yeah, Bernardino was awesome, man. If you guys are ever passing through there, or if you're going to Vegas from LA, you will definitely pass by there, and you will see what I'm talking about. Those mountains are massive. We also got to go see Santa Monica at night, which was very cool just to see the pier kind of alone. You could definitely see that in the movie. I could picture myself being in the movie, and then there's zombies or something, and you just knock them out. Bah, bah, bah. Whatever that would look like for you. I could tell the water was cold. I wasn't even that close, and the mist was ridiculous. Yeah, there's a restaurant from this one guy. His name is Mr. Temple. I don't really know what his real name is, but yeah, he's like some restaurant guru. Definitely a pretty cool spot if you ever go by the pier. It's not too far from there. It's a couple blocks away from the actual pier entrance. Would definitely recommend. If it's something that's already known, hey, I don't get out as much. I'm starting to, so don't roast me on that. I don't know if it's a new restaurant or if it's an old one, but definitely something I would recommend. And then we got to see Venice Beach the following morning, which was another cool thing just because I watch sometimes I was never really good at skating, but I really was into it, early years of high school. And even later in life I started watching like a lot of like King of the Road and the Vans skate park series, which was that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go again to Venice. I didn't get to see that the last time I went to Venice Beach. I wanted to see the skate park where they do the competitions just because there's a tree where a lot of people use it, where there's a part of the bowl that you're able to jump off the side, bounce off the tree and back into the bowl. And yeah, as soon as I get there, I look for the tree and there it is. Like it's literally shredded. It has some pieces on it and taken off, and that was cool to see just because of how many years in the time frames are very very wide apart. Like it would be from like the 90s, and then you see one in the early 2000s, and you still see another part in the 2010s. So yeah, definitely something that I wanted to see, and I'm glad I did. And that's what it's all about. Try to write off the little things in the bucket list. Write them off every time you can. Small trips, like even short trips, like they could be fun. Those sometimes staying somewhere that you don't know for a week could be a little tiring. Not gonna lie, you do get homesick. I don't know if it's just me. A lot of people say they don't enjoy Georgia, but I don't see myself living anywhere like long term. If it's a couple of months for work or we're going back and forth, not too bad. But for me to live there permanently, like as of years, I don't see myself doing that much or being too excited about it. So, but yeah, Bernardino was fun. That's kind of a wrap up on what it was. Left here Sunday. Well, left LA at night and then got here Sunday morning. Was not able to attend Oya Fest, but Heard the guys did great, and it turned out to be a good show. Hopefully, we'll we continue to see their growth and success at Oil Fest. They do it the way they do it, and that's good for them. And I'm very excited to see the next, whatever other events they host. And I know that Lion community on that side, they really support each other. They really go for what they're believing in, and all props to them. Wish them the best. And that's kind of like what I wanted to draw it up to be. The episode is just chasing dreams. I know it sounds a little cheesy, and if it does, whatever. Fuck you. It's something real, and yeah, I think the way that I've been feeling it more is that the more you try something and it sucks, but you kind of you've seen the end goal some way somehow. You have an example, because if not, divine intervention just came into your head. You It's cool to see, to have that feeling of like, but it could happen, and when it does, it's just a big blessing. So I'm hoping that comes one day in my life. I want to feel like I did what I wanted to do, and always try to do it to the best of my ability, because that's one thing I noticed, man. I have I can wiggle my toes, and I can move my fingers, and I can smell, can talk shit. I can see, and yeah, definitely I take advantage of that. Like, forget about it. Sometimes when I get lazy to not go running or do what I'm supposed to do, procrastinate like a motherfucker. Like, you oversee those blessings, and I'm trying to push that more into my day of taking witness of them and being grateful and actually taking action on them. And I hope you guys are doing that too. Keep accountable. Keep accountable with your friends. Tell the ones that do give a fuck. Tell them what you're gonna do, what you want to do, and you never know what that person might offer you. And it's not that they have to, even if they don't. Just by listening, by being a witness, I think is something that a lot of people won't really take the time to do. So if somebody does, appreciate it, because they're there for the ride. They're rooting for you even when nothing has started. And I think that those are the people that matter. So yeah, if you guys ever want to talk about something with me, you just hit me up. You guys can follow me on Pepster_17, PepX70770. Any questions you guys have, if you want to come here on the episode to talk about something, and maybe somebody who's watching, you never know who might be watching, could possibly help you on that dream, get there faster. As a community, you can get there quicker. Doing it on your own is awesome, and definitely push yourself so you don't rely on anybody. But the more we release the ego of I'm good, I'm a one man team. Don't play tennis. You can play rugby, a good sports, whatever. You know, even though it's good to play individually, you got to learn how to work as a team, because you don't ever know when you might need the help. We can't do everything. We don't have all the abilities in the world, even though we want to. So that's the only 2 cents that I can give on that. And yeah, like I said, if you guys ever want to talk about something with me, I know a lot of people say that they feel like they don't have nobody to talk to, or they might get judged for what they want to do. I don't give a fuck. So just let me know, and I'm open here. I'm here to listen. I love to talk to people. I feel like that's why, even if I don't ever get to a big stage with a podcast or everything, I'm gonna keep doing it, because sometimes I like to just talk into the camera, post it out, and whoever relates to it, they'll get back to me. And if they didn't like the episode, they'll probably get back to me too. But what are you gonna do? Can't control other people. You can only control who you are, what you are. Well, Rasa, man, I think that was a good catch up video, and I'm hoping to get more guests in these upcoming weeks. Again, consistency. I'm trying to keep it up. I appreciate every time I run into somebody, and it's randomly they'll start letting me know, like, hey man, I've been seeing the episodes. Very, very positive reinforcement for what I believe in, and I'm hoping that I can. And chasing the dream, I can at least be of some help to somebody if I ever could. So don't be afraid to hit me up. I'm open to collab and anything, to work on anything, the photography. Very excited to get back into it. Hoping right now there might be some more events happening, with the holidays and stuff. Might dabble into taking like family pictures or maybe just self portraits. Right now with Halloween costumes, you got a wacky Halloween costume or something that maybe you designed or something that took you hours to prep. Very down to go and check it out. Maybe take some pictures. I'm thinking about doing a portrait day where you can sign up and maybe um I have a package ready of a couple photos depending on what you want. I think that'd be cool if you'd be interested in. If you want a service like that, let me know down in the comments. I don't usually check them, but for this one I will. And if nobody comments, oh well, we'll try again another day. Photography is forever, and I think I'm ready to capture. Well, Raza, this was Pep Talks Podcast, episode 14. I'm gonna keep doing the talk to myself, the pep talks to himself. People seem to enjoy it. Like I said, it's a conversation. Sometimes you can agree to it, you can disagree. It's opinions, and we all have them. So I'm here for it. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe if you want to continue watching this mess. Very excited to see the future. I keep saying I'm very excited. I catch that too, but I am, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't know what's out there, and we're here to find out. Thank you again for watching. You guys have been great. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and hope to see you guys next week. Peace.